Hi, this is Wayne Mansfield. Today we're going to talk about the best way to find out about anything new. And I get asked regularly as I whiz around the country doing my sessions on Facebook for Business, Social Media 2013, and previously Twitter for Fun and Profit and Twitter for Business, all the new sorts of areas, even what should you do with LinkedIn or with social media in a general sense. And I say you should learn exactly the same way as me. So what I recommend, as long as the book is not older than 90 days, so that means we're in, say, May 2013, it definitely has to be published in 2013, preferably from February on. And now with digital books, maybe you buy them as the digital download, so it really is up to date. So let me just give you an idea of what I'm talking about. This is from my library. I grabbed them just before I came in here to have a chat to you. So let's have a look at this. We've got Social Marketing for Dummies. It's a fabulous book. It's got all the bits and pieces. And the great thing about Dummies, I'll show you in a little while, it assumes different levels of expertise. Now, if you haven't got into LinkedIn yet, grab LinkedIn for Dummies. These books are in Aussie dollars about between $25 and $35 depending on where you buy them, and about half that if you buy them in a digital format. So LinkedIn for Dummies. And the beaut thing about these is that as you go through, it will have, I'll just see if I can find one, on this particular page, I don't know if you can see that pretty well, but on this particular page it will have tips, and it will have remember, and then it will have sort of newbies. So depending on your level of expertise, there's a different way for all these things to be done. How did I learn about Twitter so quickly? Twitter for Dummies. How did I learn about YouTube? YouTube is just a fabulous, fabulous resource, but there's so much to know, and that's a pretty thick book. And the beauty thing about this, once you've bought the book, you can go onto the website and lock into their constantly updating forum. So that keeps you up to date on those things. And the last one I've got to share with you for the moment is AdSense. Now this is one where you really, if you're interested in AdSense, and that's the platform that Google have to share with people like you and I, their ad revenue. So the problem with Google is that they just don't have enough places to run their ads. So they will do a partnership with you and with myself, and it's called AdSense. It's the flip of AdWords. And what they will do is say, give us some space and we'll run ads related to the context of your website or your blog, and they automatically appear. And it's really, really interesting stuff, because the ads that show, say if somebody's looking at my WayneMansfield.com, if they're looking at that in London, will be quite different ads than those ones that they might see if they were in Sydney looking at WayneMansfield.com. That's called AdSense. And there's quite a bit of science about where to put the ads to get the best return, whether you should put them at the top as a banner or down the side as what they call skyscrapers, and all that information is in this book by the Dummies people, Google AdSense, and it's fabulous reading. So a quick summary: if you're looking to learn the latest subject on the net, and you don't mind getting your nose down and getting into a book, these series of books called Dummies, and I understand they're the biggest selling non-fiction book series in the world. They've been around for a fair amount of time, but grab one of those, either online or as a digital book. The proviso is it can't be older than 90 days old, because the web changes so fast that if you get one that's a year old, it's next to useless. So for example, in terms of search engine optimization, last year, if you had bought the book that was a year old, it would have not covered 40 changes to search engine optimization. So with that, you've got to get one that's published in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Now at $25 to $35 a time, that's no big deal in terms of investment, but it's the best advice you can get. So until next time, this is Wayne Mansfield saying, don't be afraid to call yourself a dummy.